We discussed a measure with you. Why don't we create a column right now? And I'm going to go to alumni and click right here, new column. And the column was created. So I'm going to look at everybody, and maybe if an alum's age is 23, that's alums, maybe it's not a, that's recent grad, so I can write recent grad. And somebody who is over the age 23 is out of college for a while. So let's see, age, it's kind of slow for me, age over 23, so equal. How would I write this one? I'm going to start with if, so slightly longer formula for you. So if gives me again a prompt what I need to type. I have to put a logical test, then put a comma, result if it's true, a comma, again result that it's false, and close the parentheses. So I'm going to start typing exactly that. See, logical test is highlighted. So I need to select the age of my alum. So age, that's what I need to type. The minute I started typing A, I've got a lot of DAX formulas. The minute I put age, now it's thinking, oh, you might be typing either alumni age, or you might be talking about the averages, which is a measure, or a couple of other average that has A and G in here. So it tries to prompt you. So I'm going to click on alumni age. So logical test is still being written. So I want it to be equal 23, for example, in the numerical value. If I put a comma right after, now it prompts me in bold, you gotta give a result if it's true. And for example, I would like them to have a number 1. And I'm gonna put comma and see what happens. Now the result is, if false, is selected, and the other ones will have a 0 there. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the parentheses. Look at that. So it highlights you've got one parenthesis here and the other one is in the front, so you're good. And if I've got too many, it's gonna underline the other one, say, oops, it's in red, you probably did something wrong. So I'm gonna delete this one and hit enter. And I've got the very small table for you to make it faster. So see, if it's 23, we've got a 1, the rest of them have a 0 by them. What if, for example, I would like to change it up a little bit? So I'm going to delete and say, if it's if somebody is exactly 23, I would like for DAX to have a 0, and if they're not, I would like to say not 23. Look at that. The minute I put na, N, just the first letter, what happens? It's looking for alumni because it has N in it. It has for everything with an N as far as DAX formulas, and it picked up a different measure because it starts with an N. But it does not like typing not 23. If I'm going to close it, it won't know what to think. I've got errors all over. Okay? What doesn't it like? It says that I've got variant data type. So basically I have a number, 0, and I have a text values that I'm trying to enter into the same column. It's not something that is allowed. So I'm going to go ahead and for the DAX formula to understand that this is actually a text that I would like it to put in, you have to put it in a quotation marks. Okay. Still doesn't like it. Why? Well, my 0 is still a number. It's not a text. So I'm going to put that in parentheses, and I want this to think that that 0 is actually text value. And I'm going to hit enter. Now I've got it. So it recognizes that this is not a 0, but it's a text, and maybe I'm going to write recent grad, and I've got recent grad in there. Okay, so again, for you, if you see a square looking